never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today's video is going to be fun because we're going to talk some football news and notes, including the NFL playoff weekend that kicks off tomorrow. And I'm going to have a couple of tidbits that I'm curious to get your feedback on. But first, for all you bettors out there, and it's a great time to be betting right now if you're a bettor, because NASCAR's right around the corner, baseball is right around the corner, and of course we're in the middle of college basketball season, the NBA season, the NHL, and the NFL playoffs. Go to prizepicks.com right now. Get double your deposit today when using the code REFBRANDON. That's right, double your deposit up to $100 right now when using code REFBRANDON at prizepicks.com. But this upcoming weekend in the NFL, we have two playoff games tomorrow and two playoff games Sunday. Tomorrow at 4:30, we have the Jaguars and the Chiefs, and we also have the Giants and the Eagles coming up at 8:15 tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we have the Bengals and the Bills, followed at 6:30 by the Cowboys and the 49ers. Now, a guy that I work with asked me going into last weekend when the playoffs first started who I had going to the Super Bowl. And I said I've got the 49ers from the NFC against the Bengals in the AFC. He said he agreed with the Niners, but he has the Bills. So basically, none of us are giving the Jaguars or the Chiefs a chance in the AFC, and we're not giving anybody a chance in the NFC outside of the 49ers. And it's funny because the Chiefs have all that talent, and they still have all that talent. I just feel like they've reached their peak with Patrick Mahomes, and they've gone as far as they can go until they upgrade. And to me, they haven't upgraded. They've stayed the same. To me, Tyreek Hill leaving made them a little bit worse, but not a lot worse, but it didn't make them any better. And the reason why I say none of us are giving any of those teams a chance is because not just me and the guy that I work with picking the Niners against either the Bengals or Bills, but most of the odds makers have either the Bengals or the Bills out of the AFC against either the Eagles or the Niners out of the NFC. I just don't trust the Bills quarterback, Josh Allen. I don't know what it is. There's just something about him that I don't trust, and that's why I'm picking the Bengals. And I just don't think the Eagles are quite good enough yet to reach the Super Bowl. And that's why I have the Niners making it, because there's no way I'm picking the Cowboys. But a couple of NFL news and notes in case you have not heard. The word came down the pipe earlier in the week that Jim Harbaugh is going to return to Michigan. After all, this is the second straight offseason where we had all those reports about him leaving for the NFL, but he says he is going to return to Michigan. And was the game Monday night Tom Brady's final game? Because to me, it should have been. I know Todd Bowles is a terrible coach. I said at the beginning of the year that Tampa Bay made a terrible decision giving that man the job. He is a terrible coach, but I'm just talking about watching Tom Brady. Watching Tom Brady play had nothing to do with Todd Bowles. He looked lethargic. His throws looked absolutely pitiful. So I think if he's smart, he'll walk away, but knowing him, he'll try to come back and do it at least one more year, if not with Tampa, definitely with somebody else. And with the Ravens losing over the weekend and being eliminated, have we seen Lamar Jackson's last game as a Baltimore Raven? I know he didn't play in the playoff loss last weekend. He's been out now for about 2 months, but they've offered him one contract. He turned it down. I don't know if he wants more money or if he's just wanting to see if any other team out there comes wanting him, because Baltimore offered him a butt ton of money, and there's just no way that I'm offering somebody 40 plus million a year and I know you're going to miss 5 or 6 games every year. I just wouldn't do it. But in case you have not heard, the Ravens are moving on from their offensive coordinator, Greg Roman. A lot of people think he should have been gone 3 or 4 years ago, but a lot of people actually like him because we know Lamar Jackson is a better runner than he is a thrower. And Greg Roman's offense consisted of Lamar Jackson running the ball more than he threw the ball. So if Lamar Jackson does return to Baltimore, we'll find out whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing that they moved on from Greg Roman. And in case you have not heard, another news and note in the football world, Oklahoma State transfer quarterback Spencer Sanders has announced he is going to Ole Miss. Now, this is a move I don't get unless he specifically talked to Lane Kiffin and Lane Kiffin said, hey, you'll be my starting quarterback, because he was the starter with Oklahoma State, but Ole Miss already has returning starter Jackson Dart. So to me, if you're going to play your last year of collegiate football, you're going to leave the team you play on, you're going to leave to go somewhere else where you're going to start and not be the backup. So either he's talked to Lane Kiffin and Lane Kiffin told him he'll be the starter, or he thinks he can beat Jackson Dart in spring workouts and spring drills and get the starting nod. But I just wouldn't transfer from a team where I'm starting to go to a team where I might be the backup. But Spencer Sanders is heading to Ole Miss. And a couple of tidbits that don't involve sports. Yesterday was Dolly Parton's 77th birthday. So I hope you did something nice for somebody, because we know that Dolly Parton is probably the nicest person that's ever lived. And I'm sure she did something nice for everybody. And also, did anybody see Marty McFly anywhere yesterday? Because January the 19th, 2023 was the day he arrived in the future in the movie Back to the Future. So, if you spotted Marty McFly anywhere yesterday, first, I want to know where you saw him at. And second, I guess when he teleported to the future and landed in January 19th of 2023, it actually worked because you've seen him. Any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. And I've been talking for about a week now about hfotusa.org, and I told you I would have more information coming up. Homes for Our Troops is a publicly funded 501c nonprofit organization that builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans. Since its inception in 2004, nearly 90 cents of every dollar spent has gone directly to our program services for veterans. And again, you can check that out at hfotusa.org. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. How do 37 mathematicians board a bus with only 36 seats? They carry the one. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.